All right, so I'm assuming Jaden can hear me. If he can't,
I can hear you.
perfect, he can hear me. All right, so we're going over the practice test, chapter 7, practice quiz, starting with the first question. I'll bring up the student preview because it's going to be easier. So 1 and 2 ask, true or false? Does 3 exist in A? So looking here at set A, is 3 in A? No, so pick false. Number 2, is B contained in A? Is everything in B also in A?
Yeah.
Yes, so that's going to be true. So if you had it wrong, you fixed it, and everybody's happy. Okay, moving along. So for problem 3, they give you the union symbol. So does the union mean everything or where they meet? It means everything. So you list everything in A and B. So check everything except for
E and F.
Oh, here it is.
So pick everything, but don't pick E and F. Agree? So everything except for E and F. So check most of them. So everything in A and everything in B would be all of those letters, but not E and not F. And on the test that you take on Tuesday, when I rewrote this, I wrote all letters in order. So it'll be even easier to figure out which ones to do because I start with A and I just type them in order. Questions on 3? Okay. Number 4. A upside down B. So this was the union. This was everything. What does the upside down symbol? What they share. This is the intersection. It's what they share. So what do you pick for 4? Just H and D. Questions up to number 4? Okay. Do you remember what the bar above B means? What's not in B? So don't include the B stuff. So this stuff's not in B, and that's not in B. So you need B and I and E and F. Will, what's up?
Just what isn't in B.
5 is what's not in B. So ignoring the circle that is B, what other 4 things are left? Okay. 6. Let me get a new copy of the picture. So 6 says line be A, which means what again? Not A. So not A. And so not A is those 6 things on the right side. Okay. And then we have not B. And not B was the one we did in the previous problem. So it's these two and those two. So the upside down symbol, is it the union? Is it everything? Or is it the intersection, what they share? This is share. So which elements are shared? Just E and F. Okay, again, I'm going to go steal a clean copy of the picture. It's one of my favorite features of OneNote is that you can just steal a copy of a picture. 5, 6, 7. Which elements are in not A, oops, I wrote it down wrong. Upside down B. So this time, the not is over the entire intersection. So first do the intersection, then do the not.
Oh, okay.
So the intersection is which things? H and D. So not that. So everything except for H and D. And I'm assuming you liked it as a multiple choice question versus the type your own thing question. At least whatever, this was fine. All right. So that's the last one on the Venn diagram. Anyone want to ask anything about the Venn diagram? So symbolisms was good. Say again. Yes, because it's in the universe. First 7 questions, we got them.
Yep.
Okay. So the universe is the numbers 1 through 20. A is just 3, 7, 16, 20. B is randomly weird numbers. On the test, I made the numbers at least make sense. So like, I don't know if it's evens, odds, and threes, I don't know, but I made them so they're numbers that when you look at them, you're like, oh, these numbers exist together for a reason. But I stole this one off of Open Math, so. Okay, so for number 8, A union, B union, C. And again, what does the union symbol mean? It means and, it means everything. So we need everything in A, B, and C. So C is the longest one. So we have 2, 3, 8, 10, 12, 15, 18, 20. And then we got to include the B stuff. So we also need 1 and 5 and 6. We already have 8, 10, and 20. Then we need to include the A stuff. Uh-oh, we need to fit a 7 in there. And then a 16. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 15, 16, 18, 20. Do they have to be in order? Technically not, but it might be easier to put them in order. Eight's good enough. Okay, 9 is A intersect B intersect C. So what do I want this time? It's just 20, because it's the only thing, everything they share. So what same numbers in all of them? Only 20 is in all of them. And again, the smallest set this time was A. So is 3 in everything? Can't use 3. Is 7 in everything? Can't use 7. Is 16 in everything? Can't use 16. Is 20 in everything? Keep 20.
Wait, so what's the answer for 8? Everything?
8 was these numbers. You're welcome. And then 9 is just 20. Okay, let's look at 10. A, U, B intersect C. So which part should we do first? The one in parentheses. So what does that symbol mean? What they share. So what do B and C share? 8, 10, and 20. So it's not the final answer, that's the midway step. And now we're going to do the union, which means everything. So we need everything from A plus these 3 numbers. So A is 3, 7, and then squeeze the 16 in there where it belongs. The 20 was already included.
So you don't have to be in order? You would like
Um,
to do that?
The grade answer key is in order. So if you want it to pop up green immediately, put them in order. But if they're all there, I will find them all on the test for real,
So put them in order.
please. But if you don't, I'm not going to be like, no credit for you, because that's just mean. All right, so that was given sets, do stuff. Questions on these? Awesome. Okay, next is shading. So I gave you set A and I gave you set B. They're supposed to be in a universe. I don't know that did I put them in a universe? I did. And they're in a universe. A union B. What does this symbol mean? Everything in A and B. So you shade everything in A and B. I mean, technically you're supposed to fill it, but as long as you make it obvious that you wanted all 3 bits, you're good. Waiting, what's up? You can for real? I did not know that. I just made the highlighter look like a highlighter and I scribbled. Okay. Again, if you indicate that you do all of them, so like you scribble here, you scribble there, you scribble over here, I would accept that. I can tell that you meant all 3 places. So circle, 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 universe, ABC. All right, so this is the most complicated setup that I've given you. Where do we start? With the parentheses. So what does B upside down symbol C mean? B shares with C. So B shares with C is here. What does the big bar at the top mean? Not that. So not that is, gosh, everything except for that. Like the entire universe, but not that little bit. So it would be most of it. But I'm not going to do that as a work part yet. We're not done yet. What does the front part mean? So all of that plus A. So all of that plus A would be literally all of that. So your answer is all of that. If you wrote in there, not this, I would accept that. If you didn't want to squiggle everything. I think I did switch symbols around though. So you'll have to, it's not going to be the same exact answer. Right, yeah. But idea wise, I would accept that.
So it was everything but the middle.
Yeah. Ready for late versus on time with Tyler? This Tyler? All right, he wakes up late 3 out of 5 days. So where do I put 3 out of 5? So it wants probability, so we're gonna put 3 out of 5 there. So what's the other half of that part of the tree? 2 out of 5. If you want to make those decimals, you may. If you want to leave them as fractions, you may. I don't care. All right, moving on. If he wakes up late, so we're on the top branch of the tree, the probability that he is late to school is 95%. So where does that go? All the way at the top. If he, so what would the other half of that one be? 0.05. Again, if you want to leave it at 95%, 5%, you can do that. If he doesn't wake up late, the probability he's still late for school is 25%. So 0.25 goes there, which means that 0.75 goes down there. And then, so that tree makes sense. That was the best I can make it and have you actually fill in numbers. I tried to put a picture and put little boxes and it said no. So I typed that. Happy enough? Cool. Calculate the percent chance that Tyler gets to school late. So we have this option is late. And we also have this option is late. Do we agree? So the top one is really 3/5 times 0.95. And the bottom one is 2/5 times 0.25. And then once you have them both, what should you do with them? Add them. And my answer key says that's 0.767, so hopefully that's true. I just typed it in wrong. No, I got 67. Did you multiply this together? And multiply that together and then add them? Okay. So gauge tree. All right, so 15 has multiple parts. We're making a tree out of it. So we have female, male, and then we're just assuming that they don't play soccer, they play basketball.
Oh, yes, no.
Like,
So the number, so.
yeah, just the number of, not the percent this time. Yes, sir.
We should go up to 12.
That's the wrong answer for 12. Here's 13 and the correct answer for 12. You're welcome. 15. Scroll back. All right, so how many females are there? $62 females. So how many males does that leave us with? 55.
Oh,
They're not female, they're male. We're sticking with binary here.
oh, I thought the universe was.
Oh, now the universe is just some random unknown number. Well, it's 117, so I guess it's not unknown, but. All right, so how many females play soccer? Females who play soccer? 43. Which means how many females must play basketball?
Um,
19.
oh,
62 females exist. 43 of them play soccer. And we, for whatever reason in our universe, if you don't play soccer, you do play basketball. So you're playing something. So there's 19 of you. Maybe it's gym class or something. You may not sit on the sidelines. All right, so out of our 55 males, how many of them must play soccer? Because it's the rest of our soccer numbers, so 23. And to finish out our leftover basketball players. 32 of them must play basketball. And that's the end of that question. Anything there we need to talk about? No? Fairly
All good.
straightforward. Okay, I didn't type in the answer for this one because I didn't feel like it. But we have a 6-sided die and a coin, and they're both happening. So your 6-sided die could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And then it could be heads or tails. So they could all be attached to heads. They could all be attached to tails. So you type that in the sample space. So how many options is that? 12 options. Okay, I don't know why I have an E there. That should probably be a 5. We'll just rewrite it as 5 over here. What's the probability of tails and 5? And how many options? We have both tails and a 5. Yep, just this is the only one. Because this symbol means when both things are true. When's it shared? At 1/12. And then again, what's its head or odd? What's the union? What's everything? So how many heads are there? 6 heads?
Oh, you're talking about like in the sample space.
Yes. Sorry, 6 heads happen in our sample space. How many other ones are odd? 3 other ones are odd for a total of? Mm-hmm. So those 6 plus the other 3 add up to out of 9 out of 12.
3/4.
If you want to reduce that to 3/4, you may. If you want to write that as 75%, you may, but neither of those are required. Questions here? Okay. So we have these words. Can I copy them? Looks like it. Ooh, all right, they exist. They're very small, but that's fine. So A is that it's a color. And B is less than 5 letters long. So 1, 2, 3, or 4 letters long. That's what it says. We all agree. So which ones are colors? Mm-hmm. So there are 5 colors. Happy there? Which ones are less than 5 letters long? And that's it, right? So there's 3 of those. And there are 10 words in total. So it said so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what's the probability of A? Five out of 10, or a half, or 50%. However you would like to write it. Pick your favorite.
You just do 50%.
You could, because 5 out of 10 is that. What is the probability of B? 30%. And again, I just let them as fractions. You may as well, if you would like to. Okay, so what is, oops, move that. What does this union symbol mean again? Everything included. So looking at our highlighted and boxed out list, should I give you a show your workspace for this one on the test? Would that help? I did, okay. So everything. So if we include everything that could be in either set, how many of those are there? Do you agree there are 7? So there are 7 that are a color and or less than 5 letters long. And again, if you want to write that as 70%, you may. Oh yeah, I gave you a spot to put things if you wanted it. I didn't ask it, but if I had asked for the other one, the intersection, how many are both a color and less than 5 letters, 5 letters long? Just one. So wasn't requested, but you could do that one instead. So we're almost done. Are we good? Okay, so not my favorite question, the last 2, but they were on my open math. So I thought I would steal one of them. Gavin has 4 kids. He's taking them to dinner. What is the sample space? Okay, so there's a lot here. Does it matter the order in which he picks his 2 kids that he's making dinner with him? So any duplicates don't get included. So GB and BG are the same. So we don't need that one. You with me? And then KG is already on our list. And KB is already on our list. So we don't need those. And then Zach is in all of them already. So we don't need any of the extra Zach ones. Because Zach already got counted. Now, if they were going like, they were in like a car line, they were going through the drive-through. He's like, I'm paying for the next 2 people. The order would matter there. But he's taking the dinner. They're sitting at the table with him. So the order doesn't matter. So just those. Is that okay? So the last question is, what's the probability that bar Z? What does that bar mean again? Not Z, not Zach. Zach's not going. What's the probability that Zach doesn't go? 50%. 3 out of 6. If you want to write that as 50%, you could. Like, does it change for anyone else though? Like, what's the probability of not Gladys? Also 50%. It's not like Zach is being picked on here.